victory at the Martinsville Short Track. They had a win there, and we weren't doing this Victory Lane show, so we're happy to welcome the king, Richard Petty, up for the first time after a win.
I'm happy to finally get here with y'all. Okay, I've been watching you on TV, and you've been aggravating me, but I've been.
We tend to aggravate a lot of people, Rich. I don't know why, but now you guys, had a definite building process to start this year, a definite plan. Is this in your plan to win this early, or did you think it was going to take longer?
Well, I thought I was going to win Daytona, and it was about 20 seconds too short on the rain, but you don't never know. You put it together, you do the best you can, you put the right people you think in the right place. And we've had some pretty good running cars this year. Just something's come up to bite us. So I sat there on the last 3 or 4 laps and said, okay, maybe won't nothing bite us this time. Jerry Nadeau was leading the race out here, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was, and tore a rear end out on the last lap. And we lost the race. So until he got to start-finish line, I wasn't counting anything.
I could go on for an hour with you, Richard, but I got to ask you this. 200 wins. You have seen everything in this sport. How much has it changed in the last few years with all the engineers and just everything involved, wind tunnels and, chassis pull-downs and all that thing?
Well, yeah, used to a lot of the things that we do today, we looked at the factories to take care of. A lot of the engineering, a lot of wind tunnel stuff, all that kind of stuff. Now we do it all on our own. So when we look at that part, it's changed so much, but the whole world's changed, okay? I mean, look at the airplanes or look at the motorhomes you run of and restaurants you eat. Everything is upgraded. We've upgraded and maybe a little bit faster than some of the other businesses, but we're no different than anybody else. We just keep going forward.
King, I know that Kasey Kahne ended up Victory Lane. That's the one everybody will remember. But really the sign of an organization that's improving is you guys had 3 cars in the top 10 today. Reed had a good run going, had some problems, but the 44 and the 19 had some problems early and stayed, kept their head down and got back in the top 10. A good overall day for you guys.
That's where good teams do. Okay, good teams recover something. And the cars ran really good. They just had bad luck. They got a lap down. They was able to make them back up, and then they were able to really run and show what they really had. So it's just one of those days where more things felt right for us than they felt bad. Lately, we just had more bad things than we have good things.
Richard, and you're probably one of the best examples of this. You go through some tough times. How important is this win going to be for the rest of this year? Kasey's 3 points out of a shot at the chase.
Sometimes it starts momentum. Sometimes it's just a blimp in the scale. And the big deal is that all the boys, the drivers, the crews, guys that work on the car know they can do it. Okay, they know if they work and everything falls their way, they got a chance to win. So if nothing else, the morale will come up. And then when the morale's up, naturally, you're going to do a little bit better. So it just takes it all to make it work.
Were you as close to being out of the racing business as everybody said you were last year? I mean, if it weren't for this deal with the Gillette family and Richard Petty Motorsports coming about, we might not be seeing you here as an owner?
No, we're pretty hard-headed people from the country down there, and whatever the situation, we make it work some way, shape, or form. And we tried something last year, and then the economy fell all to pieces, so we were caught with that part, and then we were able to join with the Gillette crowd and bring a couple of cars in. He had a couple of cars, so everything's working out right now anyway.
King, this is a good start for you guys getting this victory, but at the end of the day, you guys have got to compete with and beat the Hendricks and the Roush's and those kind of guys. Where are you now, and what's the next step for you guys as you try to get on an even keel with them on a consistent basis?
We got a long way to go, okay? Basically, they got a heck of a head start, 20 or 30 years that we don't have, okay? And even though the Gillette crowd's been together for 8 or 10 years, it's still a different crowd, different circumstances when I came in and brought some of my people in. So we're in the building process like everybody else. And so, to be able to catch up overnight just with one race that we happen to win. Okay, we got to go back next week and prove it. You can win all the races behind you. The most important race is the one in front of you. So that's what we're going for.
Yeah, but you know what, though? The king is back.
There is no name or no image more synonymous with NASCAR racing than this guy right here. Richard Petty, congratulations on the victory. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you spending some time.
Thank you, man.
We're going to take another break, but when we come back, we'll take you through the rest of the highlights into the checkered flag that Kasey Kahne took away